Hello and welcome to Seasonewa, the platform where we speak truth to power. You, of course, watching Seasonewa, the platform where we speak truth to power. On the saga of the certificate, there are some pronouncements by various people. Sowunmi, his words were, "We have now become a nation of cheats," and he goes on to narrate that in detail. Let's just have a listen to what he has to say briefly. What are your thoughts? Again, we are just reflecting the news. We're not really going to color it one way or the other. It's really about what people feel, and let's just hear your views. Of course, before we go ahead, let's go ahead and remind you we'd really like your support. Help us grow the platform. You're watching Season Why, the platform where we speak with power. Subscribe. Here's how you do this, how you subscribe to Season Why, the platform where we speak with power. Here we go. Subscribe, hit the red button, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up to subscribe to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And you can help us by growing the platform. Also, we welcome you can join us as a member because we have a lot of work to do in terms of really raising the awareness about the Constitution of Nigeria in our local languages. There you can play your role. And of course, we welcome super chats as well. And of course, those of you who are on Facebook, stars, we appreciate everything you can do to help us, because what we really would like to do, our ultimate aim is to be able to translate the Constitution into our local languages and to ensure that every local government area has the Constitution in the main local language of each of the people in that area. That way they can begin to actively participate in the governance. Of course, you will still have it in English, but to help with the aid of the people to actively participate in the governance, it needs to be in their local language. That is a drive that we are really going for on this platform. So we appreciate your help. So we have the Cash App, we have the PayPal, we have account numbers. So if you can, it's going across the screen as you're watching. At the bottom of the screen there to the left as I'm watching. If you can help us, really in any way you can, because this is something that we need. Of course, it would be better still if the government were to actually be proactive and actually print out this information in our local languages. But we're not there yet. So what I will say is we will continue. Let us just listen to what Sowunmi says here. Very important point. And of course, we welcome your own comments as you're watching or afterwards. Let's go. Here we go.
There are 40 million Yoruba people in the entire globe. That's the estimation. There are 222 million thereabout people in Nigeria. There are 93 million registered voters in Nigeria. The verdict that is in Ashad Bola Ahmed, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's hand, is by 8 million people. Shall all of us who are not part of that 8 million now say to ourselves that we are now at the proudest moment of our lives, wherein under deposition, documents are flying about, some saying female, some writing male, some saying he came with a social security number that is tied to a woman. Look, let me tell you, Shehu, I know a lot of people who spoke the Bola Tinubu presidency into power. People like my very respected brother Femi Fani-Kayode, who must have their tongue clipped now because they will be greatly embarrassed. That is this what we have really become? And Shehu, the painful thing about it is that we want the entire country to pretend as if Atiku is now so guilty because he has the stamina and the gusto to go through all this. Even if nothing happens from the Supreme Court, and if something happens from the Supreme Court, would this not be a line that we should never cross in this country? And I need to put it to you, Shehu, Atiku, this is not the first time Atiku has put himself in harm's way just for all of us. Even if you can't remember any, even though there are a plethora of others and court cases in court. One of them being the fact that a governor cannot just get up in the morning and remove his deputy. A president cannot get up and remove his vice. It's down to Atiku and fighting. The one that all Nigerians must even take a bow for is that, do you know how Nigeria would have become if it was really possible for somebody to stay in power perpetually and somebody had to stand at third time when even generals in this country were mooted? If Atiku has gone to Chicago to go and find the certificate, pray Why wasn't the certificate produced in the first time? Why is the secondary school, why is it a secondary school that doesn't exist? We have been derobed. People in England are telling me now that nurses are going to have to go and redo their nursing qualification exam. You know why? Because we have now become a nation of cheaters. We have now become a nation of duplicitous people who cannot even, I mean, come on, even the back ends of some other countries. You know what the governments of the countries are doing? They're doing like this. They are whispering behind our back. And Sheung, when we wanted to go on this journey, one day I was on one of those programs, I always try to speak fact. I tried to say to even the president then that is immortality in the villa, because the contraption and everything put together does not suggest that this is the best that Nigeria can put forward. And before you start telling me about any genius economic policies, the reality on ground does not even suggest so. That team that he has put together could have been put together for any other person that will carry the honor, the integrity. So do you know how I feel? I feel diminished. I feel that, are these the children of Bafemi Awolowo? Are these the people that Abraham Adesoya and the likes of them in AD, did they know all this and allow it to slide? Must we now get to a position in the world where we're sending like thousands and thousands of emails to one institution to ask for the same record that could have been produced? Did you read the deposition? Even the school itself must bury his head in shame. The school has a right to say, this is totally the position we have, and be unambiguous about it. They can't write that deposition in a manner that in one breath you get the impression they are saying, oh, he's with us, he went to our school. In another breath they are saying, we can't validate the society certificate. In another breath they are saying, vendors did it. In another breath they can't find the person that signed it. In another breath,
Just a moment, Mr. Sowunmi.
So, anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. It's not my place. We are just going to report the news. What we want is for you to be engaged in the process and, of course, to be able to form your own decisions about what you've heard. And that will inform your actions. And to that end, one of the things we really want you to be thinking about going forward now is the issue of the fact that we are sovereigns collectively, and we need to begin to exercise those powers. We must start off with this thing that many of you know. I say it on this platform every broadcast, and it goes like this: 1428. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. We are the sovereigns. We must demonstrate that power. If all of us feel sufficiently aggrieved about what is going on, our active participation, starting from our local government and beginning to question your local government chairman, your state house of assembly, house of reps, senators, governors, and even the president, they are not above your inquiry. You have the power as sovereigns, and you can question them. All that you need to do is to be aware of the powers of sovereignty I just read to you, and I'll read it to you one more time. It says, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, 1428, that is, 1428 states, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. And how you use that power is through participation, 14.2c states. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. And like I stated before, even the president is not above your queries and concerns and your demand for answers. If we all feel sufficiently aggrieved by what is going on and we want to participate, it starts in our local government area. We can call local government meetings where the local government chairman, state house of assembly members, house of reps, senators, and even governors must attend. And they have to, because we are the sovereigns. They serve us, the people. And we demand, if we so wish, that the current event around the certificate saga is not something we are happy with, and we want to take action on it. We want to hear answers. We want to see, they need to, because ultimately we are the sovereigns that they must be, that they are accountable to. We can take action, but it requires us knowing those powers. And here's why I also say we need to know those powers in our language to encourage our people to actively participate in their governance. Without knowing the constitution in your language, you can't participate. So this case in point suggests it all depends on the level of participation that you take in this process. Do you agree with what Sowunmi just said? Do you see it the other way? And what you see, whatever decision, does it motivate you enough to want to actually establish the truth of the matter as a sovereign? That's the question that you and I have to answer. And that is why we are putting this on your table and we are trying to let you know about the Constitution. 1 second, please. Yes, as stated, I want you to know again, please take a picture of what you see on the screen. It is section 14.2a and section 14.2c. 14.2a states, and I'm going to read through it, I'll put the arrow to follow it as I go along. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. You are a sovereign, you have the powers, and we are trying to tell you how you can use those powers. As stated under section 14.2c states, the participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. And that part is very, very essential. You need to participate. And to aid the participation, we are encouraging our people to know the constitution in their local languages. And that is what we're talking about. So, for example, in this case now, I can read to you in Yoruba what 14.2a states. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní tíjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbàgbọ́gbàgbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. It sits in our local language what 14.2a is saying in English. And our people can relate to it from that point of view. Very, very important. Once they understand what is being said, they can become actively participating in the governance and be able to take the next step, which you're about to hear again in Yoruba. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè. So these are really important points. So in relation to what we had earlier on, what's your take? Leave a comment. Do you see the need for us to actively participate in our governance as stated on the document you see on the screen, which is the 1999 Constitution, and how we must begin to use that collectively urgently? Anyway, let's hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What are your views? Let's hear suggestions from you. I will look forward to, I'll answer as many of the queries, concerns, and your comments as possible. Please do share. It is really important. The central point is that we must begin to exercise our constitutional powers as sovereigns to be able to hold those we elect into office to account. For now, I would just like to say, please subscribe to Citizen AY, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up, and help us reach more people. Share this broadcast. And of course, those of you who will watch it afterwards, watch it all over again and leave comments. Subscribe, share, hit notification button, give thumbs up, and of course, comment. For now, I'll say thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now.